sorry for that terrible sound in case you heard that shutting a window. So I'm gonna wait just a couple minutes, but I thank those of you that are joining me this evening for belly dance yoga. So I'm just gonna take a second. Everybody that's out there, I hope you're doing really well, and I thank you for joining either now or in the future when you view this recording. So I'm just gonna wait. For belly dance yoga this evening, you can have a mat handy if you would like. We'll do a little bit of stretching, yoga stretching, warming up to begin with, and moving the hips and body in a way that's going to start to prime it for our belly dance movement. So feel free to have your yoga mat if you'd like, and also maybe a blanket for Shavasana if you need it, or some cushions for later. I'm trying to think, you may want a strap handy, but we're probably not going to use it too much unless you'd like to use it for a final stretch for your legs. So strap or a rope tie or kitchen towel, whatever you got. So just taking another moment to see who joins us this evening. For our practice tonight, we are going to be focusing on rebalancing and reconnecting to the energies of the goddess Venus. And a few things I thought were really interesting about Venus. Venus is not only, of course, the goddess of love, and also tied, so in Roman tradition it's Venus, and in Greek it's Aphrodite. She's the frenemy of Persephone. Persephone is the goddess of the underworld. Persephone and Aphrodite, or Venus, were kind of in competition for the same gentleman back in the day. And Persephone became the ruler of the underworld, and she would come out and emerge in spring. Persephone was tied to spring. But why I'm wanting to bring this up is this kind of rebalancing and healing of the divine feminine. And Venus is in retrograde right now. Venus is about all things beautiful, about love and harmony. And so when she's retrograde, we might feel a little bit more frustration, irritation, especially toward our loves and our loved ones. So we're going to try to bring back some harmony and peace as we connect with that Venus energy this evening. So our movement tonight is going to be playful. It's going to be somewhat watery. When Aphrodite was visualized, she was often tied to element not only of water, but to the sea, to the waters, to the emotions, to the intuition. So we're going to connect with all of that as well. So we'll get started. I'm just going to sit for a moment, so feel free also just to sit for centering and take a couple deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath. So we have our belly dance yoga this evening, and I just want to start with a little prayer, and it's from the lovely book called Life Prayers, and it's for the sisterhood, the feminine community. So let yourself just sit tall, let yourself close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths in and out. Good. Relax your jaw. However you're seated, just allow yourself to feel that heavy sacrum. And if your torso naturally rocks or sways, allow for it. Feeling yourself connecting with also our Earth Mother. As we open to balancing all of the elements of the feminine nature this evening through our practice, the strength, the resiliency, the softness, the nurturing, the receptivity, availability, breathing deep. And the prayer is, women, please let your own sun, your concentrated energy, your own submerged, authentic, vital power shine out from you. We are no longer the moon. Today we are truly the sun. We will build shining golden cathedrals and at the top of crystal mountains, east of the land of the rising sun, Women, when you paint your own portrait, do not forget to put the golden dome at the top of your head. Women, please let your own sun, your concentrated energy, your own submerged, authentic, vital power shine out from you now and always. And so as I mentioned earlier, again, Venus is retrograde, that planet Venus, so it looks like to us on the earth, it looks like it's rotating backwards, but it's an illusion. Well, what it can do again is to create this whole sense of irritation, anger, frustration, overwhelm, because Venus is usually around love, harmony, balance, beauty, and so we might be encountering some less beautiful things within ourselves as she is appearing to be going backwards. So we're going to try to bring her back into balance through our movement today. Okay, so I'm going to come on back to my mat space, and we're going to actually stand up. So wherever you're at, let yourself come to stand. I have my hip stash on. If you want to wear a hip stash, you're more than welcome, but you do not have to. We're just going to have our feet about hip width, and we're just going to start to connect with rocking the hips side to side. But as we do so, bring one hand to your heart and the other hand to your belly. Nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, big breath, exhale, sigh. I'm just rocking this body. So just observe if you have had anything that has been feeling prickly within you. We're going to invite acceptance and emotional availability to that prickly nature that's been happening, just because we are a part of nature. So let yourself breathe in, and as you exhale, maybe we can ask any irritation, any anger, any frustration, or any sense of disharmony to kind of step back from our authentic self, our true self at the center, who is emerging from our breath space. So you're breathing deep, inhale, belly expands, chest expands. Exhale, belly, chest, draw inward, softening the jaw, providing the sense of nurture in here. Good. So we're not forcing ourselves to be anything other than what we are today in this moment, truly authentic, but just allowing our breath to grow a sense of spaciousness. Good. Now, we're just going to take our arms and begin to reach them toward the sky, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, pour the arms open, and just start to think about what you might like to receive from our practice day. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, sending that intention outward. So your intention might be, yes, I would love some extra harmony in my life right now. Yes, I would love to feel a little more balanced. I would love to have a little more sense of humor, a little playfulness, instead of feeling like I'm warring on my loved ones or myself. Inhale and exhale, and just feel all the layers of self-judgment pouring off, peeling off, and sending your intention out. So dance was the first form of prayer on the earth. That's how people communicated to whatever that greater spirit was that they believed in. And is how our prayer got to the divine hands, was through our dance and our song. So a couple more breaths, just thinking about what that prayer is you're dancing into reality tonight, creating. One more breath here. Good. Lovely. As you stand, we're going to start to sit, to just begin to figure eight our hips. So what's going to happen here is you're just going to allow your right hip, to travel toward the front and then swing to the back. Left hip travels to the front and then swings to the back, and just feel that little figure eight action. Right hip front to back, left hip front to back. And so again, our intention tonight with bringing back to balance the energy of Venus in our lives is around recreating harmony, recreating self-nurturing, self-acceptance, recognizing our own beauty. It's like that prayer said, women, do not forget when you paint your own portrait to place that golden globe, that crown upon your head. Good, so we're just playing with our figure eight as we're warming up the hips, because we're going to be getting into this area today. And offering ourselves a lot of divine feminine healing through moving that sacrum, where we hold a lot of guilt and shame, and we hold a lot of control and sometimes a sense of rigidness. So good. And then we're going to take a big hip circle. Hips go front, side, back, side. And this is also really grounding as we're working with the root chakra. So when we start to isolate around the hip joint and sacrum, we are allowing ourselves to reestablish root chakra energy as well as sacral chakra energy. So establishing a sense of trust and security as you circle your hips. It can be really exaggerated. It's like you got a big hula hoop or something that you're tracing the inner part, the inner circle around with your sacrum. Of course, you lift your jaw out and then reverse that hip circle. Nice deep breath. You can let your upper body do whatever you want. Mine's just kind of hanging out here. Horsey lip. Let go of the judgment. Let go of any negative self-talk. Good. And then we're going to let our hips slide over to the right side and just elongate. So if my hips are going right, I'm reaching my right arm up alongside my ear. My knees are soft. I have a little bit more bend in my right knee than my left. So nice lateral stretch and opening of the hip as we're going to be using these hips to express for us soon. Inhale, lengthening up. So our variation of a crescent moon side stretch. Now I'm shifting my hips left. My left knee bends more than my right. Left arm coming up overside my ear. Breathe. Nice deep breath. So we feel a little bit of a stretch in the outer hip as well as the hip flexor. We're rooting and grounding in through our feet. Softening the jaw and the shoulder. And inhale, center. Take that one more time either way. Just enjoy the feeling of opening down the right hip. Right knee is a little more bent. Soft right shoulder, soft jaw. Left arm just hanging out. Breathe. Have you felt out of balance? Have you felt out of sorts? Switch the sides. Left knee is a little more bent than the right now, arcing over. Have you decided you were unworthy in some way recently? And can we bring that crown back to the head? Seeing our regalness, our divinity. Inhale, center. Good. We're going to allow ourselves, if you need to hold on to something. If not, you're going to just start to bend your right knee. Grab the top of the right foot or ankle. You could have a strap around your foot or ankle. And then as we're holding this quad stretch, squeeze your glutes. Nice deep breath here. Breathe here. Lovely. Belly dance, we do a lot of leg work, hip work, so we're just going to open up those muscles. And it's a fun cardio exploration. Good. So when you feel like the right quad is stretched out, we're going to release it and switch sides. So again, you can hold on to something or not. I'm grabbing my left foot, left ankle, and again, squeezing the glutes to deepen the stretch in the front of the quad if you like. Deep belly breath. Maybe you're also through our practice today just identifying some of the areas of feminine energy that need healed in your life and in your ancestral line. Maybe maybe our mothers had a hard time communicating or being nurturing or emotionally available or compassionate. Maybe we're healing some of that as we're working, as we feel that energy within us and we rebalance it to the energy of Venus today. Let that leg go. We're going to start to take ourselves into a little side-to-side lunging. So my legs are wide, my toes are pointed out. I'm going to bend one knee and shift it side to side. As I bend my right knee, I'm going to reach and extend my right arm out and then let it lower to center. Transferring left, left arm reaches left and right. So we're just going back and forth. So whatever knee you're bending, that's the arm you're reaching. And this is called the Nagas Mudra. So Nagas, in case you might start to pick up on, is the serpent, the snake. Breathe deep. And we're going to invite that serpentine energy into us today because it helps to shed layers that no longer help us, that no longer serve us. There's a couple ways to do Nagas Mudra, and this is one of them. And and shedding of layers, letting go of what no longer is helpful to us, rebalancing, and signifying the end of one cycle, the beginning of the next. What cycle do you want to end? What cycle do you want to begin? One more, right away now. We're going to be using this movement in our dance today. Good, center. Good, coming back to center. I'm going to turn to a little bit of a diagonal. Actually, I'll turn sideways. We're going to put our hands on our knees. So now my feet are again shoulder width. I'm bending my knees. I'm putting my hands on my quads, really. Inhale, just take a swayed back position, standing cat. Exhale, standing cow. Exhale, rounded back, standing cat. Inhale, sway, and exhale, round. We're starting to articulate the spine here. Inhale, sway, exhale, round. Let go of the stress that you've accumulated down the center column of your back today from anything that may have gotten stuck there, tension-wise, emotional tension, mental tension. Melt it down your back, relax your jaw. A couple more. Cleansing, clearing. Good, and then we're going to play with Nali. Nali means to wave in Sanskrit. It is a detoxifying action. In belly dance, we also call it waving in English. So you let yourself lengthen up. You're going to have your hands right on your hip bones. Knees are soft. As I inhale, I'm going to lean my chest forward. I'm going to scoop my chest up. I'm going to lean back. As I exhale, I'm going to roll down through my spine and then pretend I'm sitting in a chair. So I inhale, scoop the chest forward, back, exhale, roll down, and sit. Inhale, scoop, exhale, roll down. Feel that flow. Inhale, scooping, exhale, cleanse it out. Nali, inhale. So, Nali is practiced several different ways in advanced yoga, but we also find it common in belly dance. Inhale, exhale, we're detoxifying the organs of the center body here. We're also helping move out that emotional stress tension from around the back, the ribs, the hips. Inhale, lift, exhale, roll down. And we don't ever want to judge ourselves with this movement. We just want to explore it with a curious mind. Inhale, chest lifts forward and up. Exhale, roll down. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And let yourself center the body. Shake out your feet. Shake a, shake a, shake a. Let your butt shake a little bit. Whatever you got. So, in belly dance, in this Eastern dance form, it's all about celebrating what you have right here in this moment and not wishing for anything different. That's warring on yourself. So we're going to just kind of shake everything. Feel your hips shake. Horsey lift your jaw. Good. We're starting and just warming up our hips like around a shimmy. Good. And let it relax. Big breath in, reach up to the sky. Exhale, sigh. Do that twice more. What's your intention? Find it again. It might evolve through your practice. Is it a little bit more balance, a little bit more harmony? What do you need? A little more laughter in this time where Venus is retrograde, where we might feel more prickly irritation, angry, a little bit more emotional turbulence as Venus is not in her happy, balanced place. Inhale up. So we're going to honor her energy and bring that in. And also remember that presence of the energy of Venus and Persephone that arises at springtime. Persephone, again, is Venus's frenemy. I don't like that word, but I'm going to use it. About healing the relationships between sister to sister, female to female, with respect and balance and love. One more. Good. So, with that, I think I'd like to introduce you to some of our movement. So, I'm going to put a pause on our warm-up here. Okay. All right. So, we're going to work with, to begin, a little bit. So, when the music starts, we're going to be holding for 8 counts. Okay. And then we're going to be connecting to the watery element. Like I said, sometimes Venus is connected. She's the synonym for Aphrodite, and Aphrodite was inside a seashell in the ocean, and she was said to be born of sea foam. So we're going to connect to the tide or the waves, the current, and we're going to be letting our sacrum be pulled in those directions. And so I'm going to face you first just to show this. My legs are going to be about shoulder width apart. I'm leaning forward a bit, and my hips are just going to slide one way, the other way, the other way, the other way. So it's 4 slides. So when I do that, I'm going to cross my arms, open them to like feel your hands in the water, cross and open. So I'm going to face away from you so you can see I'll be starting to the right. So I'm going to back it up here. Our hips are going to go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Okay? So that's the first movement. We hold 8 counts, and you can be in any kind of goddess pose you want, or just have your legs wide. Right and left, our hips go. And then we're going to be coming into Nali, because again, we're connecting with the water and rebalancing our emotional state. So this is telling the story about how we're rebalancing ourselves. So what you're going to play with, we're going to be taking ourselves to the right corner. I'll just go this way, then I'll show you in the real facing. And I'm going to have myself just on the ball of the left foot, and we're going to do that nollie we just did in our warm-up. You can put your hands on your hips if you'd like that assistance, and you're going to scoop your chest forward. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, you're going to roll down through your spine, and then you're going to sit, and then you're going to grow wings. And then you're going to step on the other foot, dig the opposite toe. Same thing, inhale, chest, we say this mantra, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt. And then we grow our wings. So I'm going to show you that facing real direction. So I'm going to step to my right corner, dig my left foot. I go inhale, chest, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, sit, wings. And then other side, step, dig the right, inhale, chest, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, and wings. So all of that together, I'm going to scooch myself a this way, is going to look like this. If I'm facing the same way you are, you'd be holding 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, leaning forward. We go right and left and right and left. Face the right corner. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, and arms. 1, 2, dig 3, 4, boobs, ribs, gut, butt, arms. Okay, so that looks like I'll face you again one more time. This time I'm going to face you, and we're going to take our hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I face the right corner. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, and wings. Step, dig, boobs, ribs, gut, butt, and wings. So we're going to try that. Excuse me. So I'm going to keep facing away from you so you can do it with me, the same facing. We'll give it a go. So we hold 8 counts, and we're going to take the intention right now to let our emotional self get a little bit more rebalanced as we honor the Venus retrograde. Okay. Sound check. Sorry, it's coming. It's thinking. The technology's thinking. Here comes. No. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hips go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nollie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How'd that go? We'll do it one current with our Venus energy today, and we're doing something that is called a Maya walk. Maya. Maya means illusion. So it's saying all this turmoil we're feeling is illusion. So my right hip is going to come up, out, and down. And as I do that, I'm going to drag my left foot toward it. So I'm going to scooch over this way. My right hip's coming up, out, down, drag my left foot in. Up, out, down, up, out, down. We're going to do 4 of them. Up, out, down, then we're going to reverse it. Left hip going to the left. Up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. If you want to think about arms with this, which you absolutely do not have to, but if you want to, when I go to my right, I'm going to think about giving, and my arm gesture is going to be this over and over again, and it's pushpaputa, and it means hands full of flowers. I'm bestowing forgiveness on my past, present, and future, and now I'm receiving blessing. So when I travel to the right, I'm going to be giving. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When I travel to the left, I'm going to be receiving, bringing the hands in. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, face the left wall. Okay? So we have our whole thing. We have our hips in the tide. We lean forward. We go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. We go nollie. Boobs, inhale, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow your wings. Switch sides. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, and wings. We Maya. We give 1 and 2. Hip comes up, out, down. 3 and 4 to the left. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I face the left wall. Okay, cool. So balancing our emotional state is what the first part is. Connecting with the energy of water, where Venus or Aphrodite is born from. And then allowing ourselves to balance giving and receiving. Through Pushpaputa, I give my forgiveness to you, and then I receive the goodness of now. Okay, so we're going to try all that. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, lean forward. 6 hips, go to the right. Right, left, right, left. We nollie. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings. Switch sides. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings, and Maya to the right. We give 2, 3, 4. We receive 1 to the left, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I feel like you're probably okay with that. And if not, you just shake and snake and you do whatever you want. Okay, you have fun. Okay, so when we face our left wall, we're going to be taking little Omi hip circles. So I'm going to face away from you so you can see what my hips are doing. My hips are going to the right, to the back, to the left, and center. Right, back, left, center. When I smooth out those 4 corners, it feels like a teeny tiny like little hula hoop action. We see this a lot in Hawaiian dance where their hips are going around like that. So we're going right, back, left, center, right, back, left, center. We're going to take 2 of those Omis. No, we're doing 4 of those Omis. When we face our left wall, traveling forward or just staying in place. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so the other thing you can do is you can kind of step with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, if that feels right to you. So after we take those 4 Omis, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. We allow ourselves to, I don't want to tell you anything incorrectly, we allow ourselves to do what we call a radiant horse step away from the front. So again, I'm going to face, so you can see my hips. I just want 1, 2, 3, 4. A radiant horse step, my right foot is going to touch behind me on the ball of foot, and then I'm going to push into the right ball of foot so my right butt cheek goes out, my right hip goes out, like I closed my car door, and I drag it in. Push it out, and in, push it out, and in, push it out, and in. So we have, we'll just try those Arabian horse feet. So our right foot's back, we push and in, push and in, push and in, push and in. Try it the other way just for fun. Left foot back, a push and in, a push, in, a push, in, a push, in. So it's like you're going to bump your friend in the butt and you go away from her. So this is Aphrodite befriending Persephone, which she never really did in the story. Persephone again and Aphrodite were going after the same gentleman, and Persephone ends up with the god of the underworld, and she gets to emerge only in the springtime, which is why Persephone is around the growth of spring, and Venus gets the man. But there's always this strange feminine competition energy that's unhealed between them. So we're going to allow ourselves today to dance with that intention of befriending the feminine energy. So no longer competing. Okay, so let me show you how that fits in the circle, in the sequence. So when we're facing our front, we do our 4 hip slides. We do our nollie to the right. We grow wings. We do nollie to the left. We grow wings. We do our 4 Mayas to the right, hip coming up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. 4 Mayas to the left, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. Face the left wall. We do our 4 Omi hip steps. We can travel to the right with it. Around, together, around, together, around, together, around, together. Now I'm going to put my right foot back so I can push off my right hip like I'm bumping a friend out in front of me. Push, together, so my right hip's going out, together, and out, together. Okay? So I'll also do that now facing you from the beginning. So I'm not going to be mirroring you unless my phone's showing it that way. I apologize if it is. We'll see. We're going to lean forward, and my hips are going to head to the right. I'm going to go right and left and right and left. I face my right corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, and wings. Step, switch. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, and wings. And then we go into our Maya to the right. Up, out, down, and I'm giving, and I'm giving, and I'm giving. And I'm going to go up, out, down to my left, but I'm going to receive with my hands, and receive, stepping on paper, receive, and one more, and then I face the left wall. 4 Omis traveling to the front. My hips go around to the right, around to the right, so they go right, back, left, center. One more, and I put my right foot back so I can push off my right foot. My right hip goes out, and out, and out. Cool? So we'll try that much. And when we finish our last little Arabian horse step, there'll be this moment right now. I'm kind of facing my left corner where we bring our arms out, and you'll hear there's this little flute. It goes doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. And your shoulders are going to do little shimmies. So you're going to have your arms out, and you're going to do shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake. So just real quick, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake. Doesn't matter which one is starting. It's just about 3 little shoulder shakes, and there's 4 rounds of them. You can also have your hands on your hips if that's better in your body. So you have all 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 more of those little hip circles. I'm just throwing this out there because I think you can do that. And then you're going to let yourself do one thing I'm going to explain in a minute. So just to back that up a quick second, after you did your Mayas to the right and to the left, you do your Omis traveling forward. They go to the right first, so it goes right, back, left. You do your 4 Arabian horse steps traveling back with your right hip going out. And then you do your little shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, and then 2 little hip circles to travel you forward. So those little Omis. We'll try all of that in just a second. So let me see if I left anything out. I think we're good. Cool. So take a second, connect with yourself. Put your hands right on your belly. I am doing interlaced fingers. My thumbs are open. Place it right on your navel. Take a breath. Close your eyes. So again, our intention today, since Venus has been retrograde, a lot of us have been feeling prickly emotionally out of balance, out of sync, mentally overwhelmed, despite other things that might be happening in our lives. So the intention of this practice through our dance, our prayer of dance, is to let it bring back a sense of calm and connection, a sense of rebalancing those feminine energies. When Venus is retrograde again, it appears she is spinning backwards, but it also makes our love kind of spin backwards, so to speak. So we want to just be present with the spaciousness within. Take 3 huge breaths now. And this gesture is unshakable trust, Vajra Pradama. Big breath in. I trust myself and I trust my sisters. Healing any discord between the female to female relationship, between Venus and Persephone. One more breath. And now push your palms as your next breath forward and up. And then as you exhale, part the clouds, just sigh it out. And we'll give it all a go. I'm going to face away, so this would be like you would be following me in a class, so you're going to see my backside. I apologize, but that way we'll stay on the same foot. Here we go. Holding 8 counts, lean forward. 5, 6, hips go to the right. Right, in the water, left, right, left, we nollie. We go boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wings, Maya to the right, Maya to the right. 2, give, now we receive to the left, 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 face the left wall, the Omi, right back left, right back left, right, a radiant horse, push off your right foot, 2, 3, here's our shoulders, shake, 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 2 hip circles, cool. Let's do all of that one more time. This time I am going to, well, I'll face that way again, one more time. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, leaning forward. 6, we balance in the water. Right, left, right, left to the right corner. Boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow wings. Switch sides, inhale, boobs, ribs, gut, butt, grow wings. Maya to the right, giving. 2, 3, hip is up, out, down. To the left. Up, out, down with your hip. Maya, Maya, face the left wall. We only to the right. Right back left. Right back left. Right, we push off the right foot. Push. And push. And push. Here's our shoulders. Shake. 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 2 hip circles to the right. Cool. Excellent. Very good. So then what happens after we do our little shoulder shakes and our hip circles again, balancing now between the element of the earth and the air, we're doing one more air balancing practice here. This is also a form of, in yoga, nollie. So it's another form of a wave, but in belly dance we call it a flutter. So I'm going to get close to you, and all that we're going to do, and I'm focusing on the belly here, you're going to inhale, relax this belly. As you exhale, you're going to pull it in. So my yogis out there, it's a breath of fire variation. So we're going to be relaxing on the inhalation, exhalation. You pull that navel in towards your backbone. Okay, so it's very cleansing. So through our belly dance yoga, here we go. I'm going to show you the flutter part, it's called. You're going to have your arms just right now. Let's put them on our belly so we just feel it. So inhale, relax the belly. Exhale. So every time you exhale out your mouth, navel draws in. Let's take it for 8 flutters, even though we're only going to do 4. Inhale, belly out, go. Okay, so in belly dance, we let that oftentimes get, I'm trying to see where to go, faster. But right now, we're just going to let it be controlled. 2, 3, 4. It feels like we're doing kind of crunches when we're standing. Okay, so I'm going to back this up. What we do, so if we were just traveling, So let's pretend we were just traveling with our Arabian horse step back, right? I'm coming towards you, or really. And then we do our 2 ohmis forward to the right, and we do our little shoulder shakes. I'm sorry, and we do our 2 ohmis. There we are. And then we did our flutter. So this is where we go. Exhale. 4 times. And then we're going to close the car door, what I call it. Right hip we push out, left hip push out, right hip push out, left hip push out. So now I'm facing my front again. So you see my back side as if you were following me in a class, okay? So I'm facing my left wall. That's where we do our 4 flutters. And then my hips close the car door to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Yeah, and when we do our hips like that, my knees are really bent. So just play with that for a second. Again, all of this practice today, realigning with this Venusian energy that is retrograde. Venus is spinning retrograde right now, it looks like, to us on the earth. So we want to rebalance our emotional self, our love self, if we've been prickly and out of sorts. Okay, rebalancing our connection to our emotions too. I'm going to go through everything from the very beginning, okay? So we're going to be leaning forward, and if you are joining us late, our starting position is kind of leaned forward, and our legs are wide, and we let our hips travel to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, and my arms are like playing in the water. Venus, Aphrodite, she was born in the waters, and we're bringing back that balance to our emotional self and intuitive self. So I'm going to let myself lean forward. This is our actual facing, like you're following me in a class. We're going to go hips right, hips left, hips right, hips left. We space the right corner, and we inhale boobs. I say boobs, ribs, gut, butt. Inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale, roll down. Then we grow wings. Step to the left corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs. Exhale, gut, butt, grow wings. We start to Maya. Right hip comes up, out, down. Step together. Up, out, down. Our palms are giving. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. We do 4 Mayas left. Up, out, down. We receive. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. We face our left wall. 4 hip circles to the right. Right back, left center, right back, left center, right back, left center, right. Now we go Arabian horse. Right foot is in the back. Push off the right foot, the hip goes to the right. Center, push off. Center, push off. Center, push off. Center, we do our little ohmis again to the right. To the right, we do our 4 little shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, 2 hip circles, and then we do our flutters. Exhale. Close the door. Right, left, right, left. So there's one thing I added in there which I shouldn't have, but I'll talk you through that again. So just so that I'll correct this one part. Once you come to face your left wall, and we do our ohmis right, so hip circle right back left, and then we do our 4 Arabian horses pushing off the left, or I'm sorry, the right. Then we do our little shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, 2 hip circles traveling to the right again, and there's our flutter. Then close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door. So we'll let that wash over us, just like Venus, water, Aphrodite, okay? We're going to allow ourselves just to try it all with music from the tip top. I'll try my best to remember what comes next. Ha ha ha. So make friends with yourself. This whole thing is about accepting yourself as you are right now. We're not warring on ourselves, celebrating playfulness, and then as we heal that connection with ourselves, we're healing that connection and relationship to all of our other sisters out there. So dance is the first form of prayer on the earth. Set an intention. As you inhale, reach your arms to the sky. What's your intention? Just peace, a little more balance, a little more laughter. Exhale it out. Do that 2 more times, and then we'll get rolling with this. Enjoy it. Healing the feminine divide, if there has been any in your life. That's what this time of year is great for. Here we go. All right. Wait 8 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hips slide to the right. do that all again. Okay, so it's fresh in our brain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ride the waves. Right, left, right, left. Face the corner. Inhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wings. Switch sides. Boobs, ribs. Exhale. Gut, butt, wings. Maya to the right. Up, out, down. Giving with your hands. 3. Maya to the left. Receiving. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Face the left wall. Circle. Back. Right back left. Right. Now push up that right foot. Push. 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 Shoulder shake. 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 2 ohms. Around we go now. Flutter. Exhale. 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 Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Good. Excellent. So, all of this, even if you're like, I don't know what the hell that was, I just want to show you one thing. Facing the front. So that movement that I'm doing when I'm facing sideways, I'm going to show you just facing front so you can match your hips to mine. The 4 ohms, they go right, back, left, center, right, back, left, center, right, back, left, center, right, back, left. I put my right foot in back. Push off my right hip. Arabian horse. 1, together. 2, together. 3, it's like you're bumping your best friend in the butt. And then we shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake, shoulder shake. We do 2 ohms back to the right, hip circle, right, back, left, center, right, back, left, center. Then we flutter, we exhale 4 times. Then we close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door. So I just wanted to provide you some clarity on that part since I'm facing the side. Excellent. The next part is about rejoicing and celebrating who you are in this moment, not about changing any aspect of yourself. So, what we're going to do with our feet, option A, step right, touch the left foot in front, step left, touch the right foot in front. So I'm going to do that facing you too. Step right, touch the left, step left, touch the right. You can keep it all on the ground like this, or we can add it a little bit more folk flair where we're picking up our knee and we're dropping our hip, yada, boom. And our arms are actually going to be up here. Yada, ha. It's a celebration. Celebrate. Celebrate. So when I keep my foot on the floor, what I'm doing is when I bring my foot in, I'm lifting my hip and then I'm dropping it. Step, lift my hip, drop. Step, lift my hip, drop. Step, lift my hip, drop. So what we have happening is our knees have to be pretty bent through this so that we get that hip range of motion. I'm going to face away from you. Step, lift my hip, drop. Step, lift my hip, drop. Da-da-dum, da-da-da, da-da-dum. You can do it with your leg in the air. Yeah? So we have 4 facing front, and then you can do 4 more facing front if you want, or you can take it in a box. I'll show you the box. So the box would be facing to the right wall, step right, pick up your left foot, step left, face your back wall, step right, face the other wall, step left, face your front. So we step right, face the right wall, step left, face your back wall, step right, face the other wall, step left, face the front. So if you want to do that, you can, but I know if you have vertigo or equilibrium stuff, you don't have to take it in a box. So I'm going to show you 4 facing front, 4 in the box. Remember, you can do all 8 to the front. We have step right, lift, drop, step left, lift, drop, step right, lift, drop, step left, lift, drop, step to the right wall, huh, back wall, huh, other wall, front wall. Cool. All right, so we're adding on our joyous celebration of self, and then we have our nagas. So we talked earlier about Naga Mudra, and it's the serpent. And it's the serpent that indicates what we're willing to let go of and shed and not go back to. And the end of one cycle, the beginning of the next. So for me, I'm going to let myself end a cycle about emotional lack of availability to myself and my loved ones. And I'm opening up to a new cycle, this is my own personal stuff, to allowing that emotional availability to be there for myself and everybody else. Okay, so you might have your own thing. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. Dance is most powerful when we have the intention. So what we're showing with the nagas is we're going to lunge to our right, and the right arm's going to go out. We're going to center, lunge left, the left arm waves out, and then center, lunge right, right arm goes out, center, lunge left, left arm goes out and center. So I'm going to face you and do that. So we go to the right and center and the left and center and the right and center and the left and the center. We got our serpent going here, okay? So we invite that energy, and then we are going to let ourselves do a little bit of a rib isolation. I'm going to show you that with hands on the hips. So my hands are on my hips. You're going to allow yourself to take your ribs, I'll turn away, to your right. You're going to just try as best you can. Hands stabilize, ribs go right, ribs go left. So my hips are staying still. This is really tricky, so if you're struggling, don't worry. Just let your body does what it will. Right, left, right, left. And so what we're going to add after we go right and left is we're going to try to circle it, leaning our ribs to the front, to the right, to the back, to the left. So I'm going to turn away from you, or we're going to go front and right and back and left. Front and right. Don't lock your knees. Make sure your knees are soft. Front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left. So if your ribs are doing something totally different, that's okay. We love them, and they eventually learn this muscular memorization. So don't panic if it's weird today. So what this looks like with the whole lunge sequence, we have lunge to the right, together to the left, together to the right, together to the left, together. We go right, left, front, right, back, center. And you can keep your hands on your hips because it's easier with that range of motion in your ribs. But if you feel like you're good with your ribs, you're going to lean to the right, to the left, and then you're going to go front, right, back, center. So you can go lean and lean and around the mountain. Whichever way they go is perfect. So we're going to add on our serpentine action to everything. Want to make sure I haven't left anything out. I'm just checking my notes for you all. Yep, we're good. All right, so we're getting to a really fun part. I'm sorry, my favorite part's coming up. So reviewing from the tip top, I'm going to face away from you. Remember, you're pitched forward and your arms are going open, close. All right, we're going to take our hips to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. We inhale to the right corner, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow your wings. Other side. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow your wings. Maya to the right, hip goes up, out, down. We give with our palms, up, out, down, one more, up, out, down. We Maya to the left, hands receive, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. We face the left wall, only the hips, they go right back, left center, right back, left center. 3 and 4. We put the right foot in back on the ball of the foot. We push off. 1, we bump our front in the butt with our right hip. 2 and 3 and 4. We shake our shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 2 omis to the right. Front, right, back, center. Front, right, back, center. 4 flutters. We exhale. Close the door. Right, left. Here's our celebration. We go. Step right, lift, drop. Step left, lift, drop. Right, lift, drop. Keep going to the front or circle. Step face the right wall. Step left, face the back wall. Step right, face the other wall. Step left, face the front wall. Lunge to center. Snake to center. Snake to center. Snake, here's our ribs. Right to left, 3, 4. Lean front, side, back, side. And that's it. We'll try, well, it's not the end of the dance, but that's the end of that section. So let's try it with music. All right. Rebalancing ourselves, reharmonizing, not warring on ourselves, and ending cycles that are no longer helpful to us during this Venus retrograde. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, hips slide to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Face your right corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow wings. lunge, lunge. Lean right, left, and front, back, right, around. So fun. Okay, let's do that much one more time. We won't put a long pause there because then we're going to add a fun part on. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, wide legs, 6, here we go, and right. Ride those emotional waves and let them rebalance. And ollie, right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, grow wings, step change. Inhale, boobs, ribs, gut, butt, grow wings, face front, Maya right, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, reverse it, up, out, down on the left. Face the left wall, Omi, right back, left center, right back, left center, 3, a radiant horse, push off the right, push, bump your friend with your right hip, shoulder shake, here it comes, 1, 2, 3, 4, Omi, right back, left center, flutter, close the door, right, rejoin, step right, left, rejoin, to the right wall, back wall, other wall, front wall, lunge, lunge and center, lunge and center, lunge and center. Lead with your ribs, and front, back around. Awesome. Take a second. If you need a drink of water, grab one. I will. And then I want to show you the next part. It's a fun little shimmy part where your body really complements the music. Okay, so you can be watching if you're still drinking. What we're going to do is we're going to take what we call a choo-choo shimmy. So I'm going to come at the camera with this. Choo-choo shimmy is up on the balls of your feet. If you see me from the side, I'm kind of like a T-Rex, right? And I'm just stepping on the balls of my feet. Can you do this flat-footed? Yes, you can. It just looks like this. So you're stepping, and when you step right, your hip goes right. When you step left, your hip goes left. So to find it, you could even start this slower. And here we go. And you're going to let yourself do choo-choo forward and try choo-choo back. So I'm going to face this way. It's kind of like, I don't know if you remember in Sesame Street, near and far. I don't know if you saw that episode of Sesame Street back in the long time ago. So you're going to be taking your choo-choo shimmy forward for 4 counts. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do this little thing. You hear it in the music. It sounds like it's saying upper body, lower body. So what I'm doing right there is I'm doing a little shoulder shake. So I'm going right, left. And then my hips are going to do 1 omi. Right back, left center. So upper body, lower body. Try doing upper body, lower body a few times. Upper body, shoulder shake. Lower body, circle. Upper body, shoulder shake. Lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So what's going to happen is you're going to choo-choo forward. Let's just do, for the fun of it right now, to get our choo-choo even more happening, we're just going to let ourselves choo-choo in place. So I'm going to stand back here so you can see what I'm doing with my feet. I'm picking them up. So just get your momentum going. And this is again where we're celebrating everything that is shaking right now. Woohoo! And we're going to come forward for 4 counts. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. We go upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. And that's a shoulder shake and a hip circle and a shoulder shake and a hip circle. Okay? I'm going to do it facing the real way. So choo-choo shimmy forward, 6, 7, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, shoulders, upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. I'm going to put the music on so you hear what I'm talking about. It sounds like the music is telling you what to do, and that is what you kind of want in belly dance with your relationship with the music. So here you go. Hold on. 2, 3, 4. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So you hear that 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. Okay, fun isolation. If you get something that comes out like blah, blah, that's okay. You celebrate that for today. Eventually the muscles memorize it. So we're gonna try adding that on. Oh yes, one more thing. It repeats coming back. So I'm gonna come at you, doing my choo-choo like we just practiced. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. We go upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. We choo-choo back now. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we do 2 lower bodies with the hips. It goes only to the right, only to the right. And it chills out for a sec. So I'm going to face this way now and show you that sequence. Choo-choo forward, 6, 7, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. Choo-choo back, 2, 3, 4, 2 lower body circles, lower body circles. And if you decide you'd rather do slow shoulders and slow hips, please feel free. You make this your own. Okay, let's add that in. It is so fun. Okay. Perfect. I'm just checking my notes to make sure I didn't leave anything out for y'all. Okay. Let's give it a good go. Here we go, from the beginning. Get your Venus on, everybody. Legs wide. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips to the right. Left. Right. Left face the right corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs. Exhale, gut, butt. Grow your wings. Switch corners. Inhale, boobs, ribs. Exhale, gut, butt. Grow your wings. Face front, Maya to the right. Up, out, down. You give with your hands. You balance that giving with receiving to the left. Up, out, down on the left. Receive. Now we face the left wall. We Omi, 2, right back left. We Arabian horse. Push off the right. Bump your friend with your right hip. Here comes our shoulders. Shake, 2, 3, 4. 2 Omis. Right back left. Here's our flutter. Exhale. Close the door. Right, left. Right, left. Here's rejoice. Step right, drop left. Left, drop right. Now turn it if you like. Right face the right wall. Left face the back wall. Face the side wall. Lunge. Lunge, center. Lunge, center. Lunge, center. Rambling. Right, left, front, back. Here comes your choo-choo. Go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper body, lower body. Lower. Choo-choo. Lower body, lower body. Holy mackerel. You should be sweating. Let's do that one more time. Okay, I promise there's going to be one little part we're just tacking on, and then we're going to cool it on down. Okay. Before we start again, I always love to bring it back to the intention. Bring your hands to the unshakable trust gesture. Fingers interlaced, thumbs are open, put it right on your belly where your guts dwell. Soften your knees, big breath in and out. Close your eyes. Again, none of this really matters if we're doing it like what we think is correct. It matters if it feels good in your body, if it brings liberation to parts that haven't moved or received breath or movement lately or have been celebrated for moving. So all the parts that are moving when we're shaking, you're celebrating that. We're not warring on ourselves right now. We are rebalancing the energies of Venus in her prickly retrograde. So love what you got going on here. Trust your guts as we rebalance our connection to our intuition and we let that fear voice get small and neutral. Good. Whatever else you want to bring into your life today. Dance was the first form of prayer. We're going to inhale. Push your palms down, forward, and up. Send that intention out in the universe as you exhale. And feel that crown of energy coming back to the top of your head. Here we go, everybody. It's going to be good. Whatever happens, it's going to be great. 3, 4, 1. tide. Here we go. And right, left, right. Face the right corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs. Exhale, gut. Butt, grow your wings. Switch corners. Inhale, boobs, ribs. Exhale, gut. Butt, grow your wings. Face front, Maya right. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Giving up your hands. Maya left. Up, out, down. Receiving. 2, 3. Face that left wall. Only right back, left center. Right back, left center. A radiant horse, bump your girlfriend in the butt with your right hip. 2, 3, we're gonna shoulder shake. Shimmy, 2, 3, 4, only right. Now here's your flutter, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, close the door, right, left. Celebrate everybody, step right, drop the left. Left, drop the right. Right, drop the left. Left, drop the right. To the right wall. To the back wall. To the other wall. Front wall, lunge. Snake, center. Snake, center. Snake, center. Snake, center. Lean right. Left, ribs go. Front, back, around. On the earth, shake. Choo-choo. Here we go. Shoulders, butt. Shoulders, butt. Choo-choo. Only right, right. All right, excellent. Okay. So notice how you feel for a minute. Even if you're like, I don't know what was happening. It's okay. If they were shaking and having a good time, it's all good. So the next part that we're going to do is the snaky. You hear the mijwe, that's that horn sound. What we're going to do with our hips, we did this in our warm-up, but I'm going to just come closer to you. Your right hip is going to go to the front diagonal and then swing to the back. So we want our feet to be about hip shoulder width apart. Right hip going to go to the right corner, swing back. Left hip, swing back. So we're just doing one figure eight. So you feel that figure eight? Back to the watery element where Venus Aphrodite was born from the sea, right? Okay, so we have that, and then we're going to do 2 standing Mayas in place. So this feels very serpentine. Okay, so your hips are going to the right corner. Right, swing it back. Left, swing it back. Right hip comes up, out, down. Left hip comes up, out, down. And it feels like, so my knees are really bent during this, and it feels like I'm squashing something with my heel on the right, squashing something with my heel on the left. So I'm going to scooch you back here and show you facing the real way, like if you were following me in a class. Hips figure eight and then the 2 Mayas. So right hip is going to the front corner, right corner, front swing it back, left hip, front swing it back, right hip up, out, down, left hip up, out, down. Do that one more time. Right hip, front corner, swing it back, left hip, front corner, swing it back, right hip, up, out, down, left hip, up, out, down. Okay? And then we're going to take our little omis to face the right corner. So same what we've been doing the whole dance. Our hips are going to go to the right, right back, left center, right back, left center. And we're going to do left foot on the ball of the foot. Right shoulder's going to roll back. And as it does, your arm presents forward. And then the left shoulder rolls back. So I'm going to face you. So it's going to look like right shoulder, left shoulder. If my friends at home have like a range of motion in the spine here that feels safe, you might do a little arch back with it. That's only if you feel strong through your core and your back. Don't do that. Otherwise, keep it right here like you're hypnotizing somebody. So this is a shoulder roll back, shoulder roll back. There's our Nada Mudra, again, our serpents. End of cycle, shedding layers, okay? So we're at our corner, I'll back it up. We had our figure eight hip on the right, to the right back, to the left back. 2 Mayas, right, out, up, down, left, up, out, down, I should say. 2 omis to the corner on the right. We go right back, left center, right back, left center, left heel's up. We roll our right shoulder back, we roll our left shoulder back. All right, last part right here. After that, we do one more little rib exploration to open up the cage around our heart. So the rib cage is a cage around our center of self-love, forgiveness, self-compassion. So this movement's going to be for opening it up. Okay, I'm going to face you. we're going to allow our ribs, let me think here. We're just going to allow our ribs the freedom to just kind of move. So I'm going to face you. Just kind of like leaning them side to side. So if you were standing with your feet equally on the ground, equal weight, and you're just kind of rolling the shoulder back and letting the ribs go with it, that's what we're going to kind of feel right here. And it's going to be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can make it dreamy like that, or you can be doing any other kind of a rib movement that comes to you intuitively. So it's only 8 counts of ribs, I think. I'm checking. Yeah, 8 counts. So you're going to feel yourself do your little shoulder roll back. I'm at my corner. My right shoulder rolls back. My left shoulder rolls back. And then I'm going to let my ribs move freely any way we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take my 2 hip circles over to the left corner now. So that's my Omi left. I'm going left, back, right, center, and I'm turning to the other corner. Left, back, right, center. And then I'm just going to repeat my little hypnotic arm back bend that we just did on the other side. So we're going to let ourselves, once you get to this corner, pop the right heel, roll your right shoulder back, roll your left shoulder back. So we just did that at the opposite corner. So putting that together, we have our we have our figure 8. So we're having our right hip swing to the front and back, left hip front and back, right hip up, out, down, Maya. Left hip up, out, down. 2 Omis on the right. Right, back, left. I'm turning to the corner. Right, back, left. I pop my left heel. I take my right shoulder and roll it back. Left shoulder, roll it back. I do any kind of rib movement that feels good for 8 counts. 6, 7, 8. I take my Omi back to the left. I go left hip, back, right, center, left, back, right. I pop my right heel. And then last 2 shoulder rolls, right shoulder back and left shoulder back. And I think we'll see how that feels. We'll try adding that in from the tip top and see if we want to wrap it up right there. So again, dedicated to helping our Venus be unretrograded tonight. Not that we can fight the flow of this, but just offering ourselves that space and compassion to be curious and allowing. So from the beginning, what we got going on, we have our 4 hip slides, right, left, and left. We have our nollie or wave to the right corner. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow your wings, switch sides. Inhale, boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, grow wings, center, Maya, the right hip, up, out, down. We give of our energy with our hands. We Maya to the left, and we receive with our hands. If you want to integrate the hands, you don't have to. 3 and 4. We face the left wall. We Omi. Right, back, left, center. Right, back, left, center. Right, back, left, center. Arabian horse. Right foot goes back. Push up your right foot. Right hip goes out. 2. Bump your front in the butt. 3 and 4. We shoulder shake. 1, 2, 3, 4. We Omi to the right, back, left, center, right, back. We flutter 4 times. Exhale, 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 exhale. We close the door. Right, left, left. Step right, drop, left, step left, drop, right. Rejoice and celebrate everything you got. Right wall if you want to turn it. Back wall, other wall, front wall. Lunges are quick. Step and center with your snake. Step, center, step, center, step, rib slide to the right, to the left, reaching front, back, so from right, back, left. Choo-choo, we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. Choo-choo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower body, Omi to the right, Omi to the right. Serpentine movement. We figure eight the right hip. Front to back, left front to back. Omi right to the corner. And we arch back. We do our right shoulder roll, left shoulder roll. Move the rib cage however you want for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We Omi the left hip. Left back, right center. Left back, right center. The right heel is up. Right shoulder rolls back. left shoulder rolls back. And that's where we'll stop probably, in our watery, snaky self. Okay, so here we go. Let's give it a roll. Let's give it a try. Excellent, and then we're gonna cool it down, I promise, and Shavasana you and be done by 7:30. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hips left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings, switch sides. Boobs, ribs, exhale, gut, butt, wings, and center Maya right. Up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. Maya to the left. Up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. Omi, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arabian horse, push off. 2, right hip's going out. 3, shoulder shimmy, here it is. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Only right. Flutter, exhale. Close the door, right. Left, celebrate, here it comes. Step right, drop left. Left, drop right. Enjoy the smile. Right wall, back wall, other wall, front wall, lunge, step, center, step, center, step, center. Lean with your ribs. Reach right, left, front, right, back, choo-choo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper body, upper, choo-choo. 2 lower bodies, Omi. Figure 8, go. Front to back, Omi to the right. Here's your right shoulder, around, rib cage, Omi left. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Excellent. So, let's do it one more time for the road. Okay. This time I'm just going to face you. It might completely confuse you, but that's okay. 5, 6, and hips are going right, left, smile, right. Left, I'm facing my right corner. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings. Switch sides. Boobs, ribs, gut, butt, wings. Center Maya to the right. Giving of your arms. 2, 3. Now we recede to the left. Good. We're going to Omi. So our right hip goes front, right, back. Front. 3. Arabian horse. Push off the right. Push. Right hip's going out. Shoulder shake. Shake. 2, 3, 4. Omi right. Flutter. Close the door. Right. Left. Celebrate. Step right, drop left. Step left, drop right. Right, drop left. I'm stepping to my right wall. Back wall. Other wall. Front wall. Snake. Lunge. Center. Lunge. Right. Left. Ribs go right. Left. Front. Right. Shoot you. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower body. Here's your figure 8. Front to back. Front to back. 2 Omis to the right. We do our shoulder. Back. We come up. Ribs. Ribs. 2 Omis to the left. Left. And snake back. Yeah, did it. Beautiful. So excellent. Thank you, thank you. We're going to do a real quick cool down and come to our Shavasana. Beautiful. Take a second right there just to find your breath. So right to our belly here. And as we're breathing, again, a little side to side, lungy rocking. So this is about connecting with ourselves, being emotionally available to ourselves, not being disgusted by any of our emotions or our thoughts, not being disgusted by who we are in any way. We don't want to war on ourselves any longer. I'm going to be right here and let our Venus energy spin unretrograded. Back into balance. And if we are just in retrograde with ourselves, letting ourselves be prickly, letting ourselves be irritated if we want. It's going to be temporary, remember. Don't worry. But give yourself as much love and curiosity as you can in this moment. And with wide legs, we're going to just separate. Inhale, arms out. As you exhale, take a Devyasana goddess. Inhale. Big, big, big. And now exhale, hug yourself or cross the arms over the chest. My knees and toes are pointed out. Inhale. Exhale. I embrace all that I am without desiring to change any of it in this moment. I become available to myself. No boundaries between myself and I. Sounds like a funny thing to say, but I have to tell myself that. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale. Good. Exhale, hands to the thighs. Press your right shoulder forward, so you're pressing open that right thigh, right knee. Looking over your left shoulder, opening up your groin, your hips. Ah, sigh. And then switch your focus, other side. Deep breath. Good, centering yourself. Take your lunge side to side. If you want, you can put your hands on your hips, hinging forward, just kind of leaning and feeling the inner groin stretch. You can hold it to one side or the other. Breathe deep, friends. Sigh away. Let the layers go. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing here. With my knees bent and my legs wide, I'm going to walk my fingers forward and over to one side just to stretch my spine. So I feel like someone's pulling my hips back and I'm walking my hands to one side. Go the other way when you're ready, just opening up the deep side back muscles. Breathe. Ah. Good. Bring it center, roll up to your spine. One quick quad stretch. Hold on to a counter chair if you need to, or just balance, drawing right heel to the glute, squeezing your glute. You can also be holding your foot in a strap or a dish towel. Breathe. Use that breath. Take your other quad stretch. Squeeze the glutes if you want a more intense sensation. Good, so we're opening up iliopsoas a little bit in the front of the hip flexor as well as quadricep. Good, and then release it. We're going to come down. If you have a mat, you could bring it back out or just use your floor. But roll it down to ragdoll, bent knees. Sway, swing. And then walk yourself out to a down dog when you're ready. Walk the dog. And then I'm going to offer you a twisted down dog just to help open up the QL, the quadratus lumborum in your back. So nice bent knees. I'm going to scooch back. On the balls of my feet, my heels are up. Twist or swivel your knees one way. Breathe. Your feet swivel as well. Couple breaths. And then swivel it the other way. Deep breath. And center we go. Take it to child's pose if you like, or any other stretch that might feel good. Walk in your arms one way or the other in child to open up your back and your ribs. You could go out to Sphinx or Cobra or Up Dog. This is all yours now, so do what your body is telling you would be helpful. And when you are ready, I'll encourage you, if you can, even if it's just for 1 minute, to at least allow yourself to rest in Shavasana. So to prepare for that, only when you're ready, coming onto your back and just taking any other little rocks with your knees, windshield wipers, back massage, Do what feels right for you. Any other stretches? Happy baby's always great. Twisting's always great. Horsey lipping your jaw. Supta Baddha Konasana, diamond legs always feels fantastic. What do you need right now as you come to rest in the arms of Mama Earth and in the presence of all of your divine feminine loved ones? Good, so you stay where you're comfortable resting. I'm going to take off my jinglies, I'm sorry. Okay. Take a few deep breaths where you are and allow your grandmother energy to come in. I'm wearing my grandma's necklace today, my other grandma's bracelet. Let your mama energy come in. It's your own self mama energy or your own mother. It's your sister energy come in, sister to your biological sister or brother, or sister friend energy. It's your auntie energy come in, daughter energy come in. Breathe. So rebalancing our Venus, because she's retrograde right now. We might be prickly and irritable and wonky. Kinds of other words, warring on ourselves or our loved ones. We just take in a few breaths, letting our dance and our movement have been our intention, our prayer for rebalancing our connection to our emotions and to ourself, becoming emotionally available to ourselves and our loved ones. But the self is first, it's important, most important. Breathe with that. And then if there's women in your life were ever having to be fierce, to claw their way up through molds that were old and antiquated, just feel them softening with you, even if they're not squishy, soft people, even if they weren't. Feel them soften with you as you soften to yourself. Let your mom come and put her hands on your head, even, she's on the earth plane, if she's passed. Let grandmas be there at your shoulders. Let your children, even if you don't have children, just let the future women children be at your feet. And then let your mind and body and every cell fill with the laughter of your most favorite female vocals, sounds around the table at holidays or at gatherings when we heard those women voices, letting prayers and tears and yells and laughter all fill up ourselves as we soften together in this circle. And the other thing, just to offer some healing and intention around as we finish, is Venus or Aphrodite and Persephone. And again, like I say, I hate this word, but it was frenemies. They were frenemies. They were warring and competing with one another for the same gentleman. And maybe we can send out that love and forgiveness to ourselves and any other relationship where we feel strain with another female. And let Persephone, whose energy is high right now, she was able to come back out of the underworld in the spring, and that's why it said all the growth came back at that time and the beautiful blossoming. Feel that blossoming inside any challenge relationship you have with anyone female in nature. The forgiveness between Venus or Aphrodite and Persephone, the sisterhood reestablishing itself. Rest in all that you create, and all that you grow, and all that you are. So wherever you're resting, you might choose to continue to rest longer, and you're more than welcome. But if you feel able to or inspired to wake the body, wiggle your toes or fingers or swallow. Stretch the body in any way that feels good, like you're waking up in the morning. And taking your time, gradually work your way up to a comfortable seated position. I often like to go to the fetal pose first and rest for a couple breaths, and then work your way up to that seat. Place your hands eventually when you arrive, no rush if you're not there, but place your palms over your heart center, one palm pushing in, stacking the other on top, spreading your fingers like beautiful bird wings. And just close your eyes and sit regally tall. Close the eyes. Women, sisters, please let your own sun, your concentrated energy, your own submerged, authentic, vital power shine out from within you. We are no longer just the moon. Today we are truly the sun. We will build shining golden cathedrals at the top of crystal mountains, east of the land of the rising sun. Women, when you paint your own portrait, do not forget to put the golden dome at the top of your head. For blessed be our brains that we may conceive of our own power. Blessed be our breasts that we may give sustenance to those we love. Blessed be our womb space that we may create what we choose to create. Blessed be our knees so that we may bend so as not to break. And blessed be our feet that we may walk in the path of our highest will, always together with no boundaries between. Breathing deep. Exhale completely. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, your arms open out and down in all of the beauty that you've created in your life. You're submerged in it. Pray your hands as you bow your head. May we witness and see the beauty before us and beauty behind us, the beauty that we are a part of, the beauty that we created. May we see the beauty above us and the beauty below us. May we practice speaking, thinking, and performing acts of beauty to ourselves and then the rest of this world. And may we awaken to the beauty all around us and within us. For in beauty it was started, and in beauty it is finished. In beauty it is finished. Thank you so very much for dancing with me, for playing with me, for snaking and shaking, and I thank you for your trust. Namaste. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you.